So I figured I'd come out here to film a video about the sunset, basically. No, we're not. Of course we're not. We're going to be filming a video about what to do during a power outage because, well, power outages can be boring as absolute crap, so let's begin. Firstly, if you know what you're doing, you can try hosting a barbecue in your backyard. Now, if for some reason you don't know what a barbecue is, basically it's like a little, celebration or whatever you want to call it, where we just join together and we grill stuff like steak, burgers, hot dogs, and stuff like that on a grill. And trust me, barbecues are really good. Not only that, but they also have like a specific way of cooking it. And yeah, as long as you know what that way is, then you should be good to go with this. And since most grills don't require any electricity, as long as it doesn't require electricity, you should be good to go. And plus, most grills can even be lit with a lighter, so just do that and you can fire up the grill, toss some steak onto it or something like that, and there you go, you have something you can use during a power outage. Because I'd recommend doing this in the first couple of days, because if you're gonna have a long-lasting power outage, well, guess what? You can finally, get rid of some of that meat in your freezer or something like that. Because, well, if you're gonna have a power outage lasting for longer than a day, you're probably gonna want to get rid of that meat that you have, if you have any, during the course of the first day or two. So yeah. Alright, so next thing you can do when your power's out is you can go right ahead and you can start making some, drawings. You don't know? Well, my bad grammar is pretty off today. Anyways, you can make some drawings and stuff like that without having to trace over a screen, because 85% of my drawings are traced over the screen because I can't draw or anything. And well, you can get into drawing some basic stuff like that. I know this means nothing to my channel, means nothing related to my channel, but I just figured I'd throw this out anyways because it's pretty cool to get into drawing and learn what you're doing. Of course, if you're younger, you probably still use coloring books, so you can go ahead and use those if you feel like you can't draw and just color stuff in. Or you could just go right ahead and draw some amazing pictures. Anyways, power outages are still boring, but at least this can pass the time for maybe an hour or two. Just remember, don't spend 50 hours of work on just one picture. But you know what? Since power outages are pretty boring, just be my guest. Just do whatever you want, honestly, with this. Because you can make some amazing stuff when the power's out without having to trace over anything. Now, if you happen to have a lot of work on your hands that doesn't require electricity, you could go right ahead and work on what you need. So let's just say this power outage happened in between, let's just say this time of year. So around the end of September, early October, when leaves are starting to fall onto the ground like this. Well, that's going to be a lot of pain and effort for me. But anyways, fall cleanup videos should be coming out sometime in early November. Anyways, you should probably go outside and work on these non-electrical projects, such as, building a chicken coop. Now, those require electricity. That was a bad example. Maybe moving a chicken coop if you have a portable one. Another thing you could do is maybe mow the lawn, because I'm pretty sure I don't know of any lawnmowers that require electricity. As long as it has gas, you should be good to go. Another thing you can do is maybe return something you borrowed a while ago and didn't ever give back. Or you can pick something up that you haven't yet picked up yet, and you should be good to go with that. And yeah, I just feel like there's tons of work that you could do, fall cleanup especially, maybe raking the yard and stuff like that. There's probably tons of work for you to do that doesn't require electricity. And by tons of work, I mean little work, because, well, most people don't have a lot of work to do in the fall as long as they're good to go. Anyways, I don't know how to talk right now. Sorry if I sound stupid saying this all, but yeah, let's talk about another one. Another thing you can do is take a road trip that literally leads to absolutely nowhere. And what I mean by this is, well, what you can do is you can hop in your car and you can literally direct yourself to absolutely nowhere and then see how you can get home, hopefully using a GPS. But if you don't have any idea where you're going, that's pretty cool. Maybe you could find a place that you love that you haven't yet went to. So let's just say you just decide to take a road trip to a random place. But yeah, a road trip that leads to absolutely nowhere is pretty cool, as long as the place you're going to that you think requires electricity has electricity. But yeah, power outages are boring, and taking a road trip to at least see some beautiful sights or something like that is pretty cool. I can't drive because I'm too young to do so, but I've personally seen people do this before because, well, it's pretty obvious why. Because taking a road trip that leads to absolutely nowhere would be, well, something pretty cool to see at the very least, because Because, well, you can see some amazing places along the way, and yeah, I will say I am repeating myself. I'm stumbling over words, okay? Now, the last thing you can do is something that feels special to you, but doesn't require electricity, because, well, if browsing the internet or just playing video games while eating potato chips is your specialty and your favorite thing to do, that's fine, but, well, the only issue with that is, well, unfortunately, you can't do that when the power's out. So, yeah, anyways, find something that you enjoy doing when the power's out, and see what you can do with that. So, let's just say, like, you really enjoy going through old stuff when your power's out, so go right ahead and go through some of your old stuff there. If you like to go on, like, little, like, trips to somewhere, or, like, a vacation, sort of, well, be my guest, go right on, like, a little trip or a vacation. Because doing whatever you can do during a power outage to make it a little bit more enjoyable is always the best thing that could possibly be done. Because no one wants to have their power out and just sit there on their bed reading a book 24/7 until the power comes back on. Because, yeah, I would definitely use some of these tips if my power went out. Because, well, I can't survive without having no power because, well, everything that I use requires electricity, and my phone battery is probably going to drain in like 2 minutes.